Welcome to the Daily. It's May 5th. Happy Cinco de Mayo to everyone out there. Greg Lawless, I'm Jason Seguini. We're going to start in D.C. last night where two teams going in opposite directions met, but that's not what played out on the field.
No, Seattle Sounders entering this game on a 6-game unbeaten streak. Well, they're now beaten. DC United, of course, coming off of those two horrific losses, really, 4-0 and 4-1. But they get the win back at RFK Stadium. 2-1 was the final score. Charlie Davies and Josh Wolf getting the goals for DC United. Charlie Davies now has 6 on the season, which is more than all of the leading scorers for DC United in all of 2010. Not a bad signing from Ben Olsen.
Unfortunately for Seattle, Mauro Rosales coming on to spark the second half comeback ends up re-aggravating a hamstring injury. Tough going for them as they now go to Columbus for a second straight road game this week. Moving on, Colorado Rapids were in Houston last night. Houston goes up 1-0 on a great Colin Clark goal. You thought they had it, but it didn't work out that way.
No, it looked like it was in the bag for Houston. They were sort of all over Colorado. Colin Clark with a nice goal against his former club, and then it all fell apart. Tally Hall with a massive error in the goal, letting the free kick go up over his head and into the goal. And then Scott Palguda, left back in the box, ends up finishing beautifully. And it's important to notice also what Caleb Folan did to get the ball back so that Palguda could take the shot. And Folan only on because Omar Cummings, the Jamaican striker, went out with an ankle injury.
Yeah, not what you want to see if you're a Colorado fan, having Cummings and Casey now out injured. We're going to move on. The Nutrilite Canadian Championship. First round is done. Both MLS teams advancing. Vancouver, though, in dramatic fashion.
Yeah, Vancouver, they have to wait until the very end, and then they get the goal against Montreal. This was a huge win, I think, for Vancouver to prove, look, they're in MLS, Montreal not there yet, and that was the key for them. On the other side, Toronto, they slide through. Alan Gordon gets the goal. They go through with a 4-0 aggregate victory.
Yeah, once again in the Nutrilite games, it's Joao Plata standing out for Toronto, and I think that's something that Toronto FC fans can get excited about. He assisted on that Gordon goal. That's all we have for the Daily today. Enjoy your Cinco de Mayo, and remember, Extra Time Radio will be out later. Huge show. Hans Backe and Omar Gonzalez ahead of the big matchup this weekend between LA and New York.
And also a special Cinco de Mayo version of Tiro Libre podcast. Carlos de los Cobos from the Chicago Fire will be the guest.
Thanks a lot. We'll be back tomorrow.